The CNS, Central Nervous System, involves the brain and the spinal cord. It is known as the main processing center. The brain, as you all know, is what makes us human. It is made up of different parts: the cerebrum, corpus callosum, cerebellum, and the brainstem. The spinal cord connects the brain to the rest of our body. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. The roles of the cerebrum is thinking, motor skills, touch, sensations, and many more. The cerebrum is folded and grooved to fit in more brain. The grooves are called the sulci, and the folds are the gyrus. The cerebrum is divided into 4 different lobes: frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. Each lobes have a different function. The frontal lobe is located at the front. This lobe is in charge of your conscious thought and controls your personality. If you damage your frontal lobe, your personality would change. Parietal lobe gathers your senses. Temporal lobe is responsible for smell and sound. It is located near your ears. Lastly, the occipital lobe controls your sight. The cerebellum. In Latin, cerebellum means little brain. The cerebellum helps us control our posture and balance. It even makes sure our muscles work smoothly and coordinates the movement of our muscles. It is located at the back of the brain. The brainstem is responsible for our heart rate, breathing, and blood pressures. The information you get from your senses and motor goes through the brainstem. The brainstem has 3 parts. The midbrain, which is sight and hearing reflex center. Pons, that is the bridge that regulates the breathing. And the medulla oblongata, that connects spinal cord to brain. The brainstem is located in the center of the brain beneath the hemispheres of the cerebrum. The corpus callosum is the tough body. This separates the 2 hemispheres of the cerebrum. It is made up of 250 neurons and allows the hemispheres to communicate with each other. The thalamus is in the middle of the brain. It organizes the information that is sent to the cerebral cortex and also controls what information goes to the cerebrum. Hypothalamus is beneath the thalamus. It regulates internal clock, hunger, thirst, and emotions. The reason we feel fear, anger, and survival is because of the amygdala. This is more larger in men. Finally, the cerebral cortex is the gray matter. This is the outer covering of the cerebrum. Ever wonder why girls cause so much drama and emotions? Why girls ask their friends to go to the bathroom with them? Why we are so obsessed with our looks and start judging ourselves when we look perfectly fine? And why we spend so much time getting ready in front of the mirror? It is because of the female brain. As a little girl grows into a teenager, the pituitary gland, the master of all glands, sprung to life as the chemical breaks are gone from the hypothalamic cells. The female brain will experience the estrogen, progesterone surges every month. The rise of the estrogen and progesterone will start to fuel many circuits in her brain that were laid down in fetal life. Hormonal surges will become more sensitive to emotional nuisance like approval, disapproval, and rejection. Many parts of the brain like the hippocampus, hypothalamus, and amygdala are affected by the estrogen and progesterone fuel. The estrogen and progesterone surges will start to be sensitive to stress, which will continue till she passes menopause. As normal 7 to 16-year-olds progress through puberty, the girl shows more intense responses while the boy's response dropped. Girls stress more to relationship and boys stress more on authority. When the estrogen and progesterone levels are low of a female, she will be calm and her stress level will be low. But as the estrogen and progesterone levels are high, the stress and pain starts to rise. The circuits for social and verbal connections are more hardwired in the female brain than the male brain. Some verbal areas of the brain are larger in the female brain than those of the male. Women tend to talk and listen a lot more than men. Sharing secrets and other romantic and sexual implications activates the pleasure center in a female brain, a major dopamine and oxytocin rush. Dopamine is a neurochemical and motivates in pleasure circuits. During puberty, the girl's estrogen increases dopamine and oxytocin. The production of oxytocin and dopamine are stimulated by ovarian estrogen, which means girls will start getting more pleasure from connecting and bonding. It is just like a dopamine rush that Coke or drugs give you. On the other hand, boys have less verbal connections. He doesn't feel like being social or crave long talks. Females starts to compete with other females by spreading rumors and such. Hormones usually associated with aggressions in both male and female are androgens. Three main androgens female make are testosterone, DHEA, and androstenedione. Both men and women make testosterone, but men make 10 times more, meaning their sex drive is much greater than women's. So why do girls want to go to the bathroom together and judge themselves? They're just growing up. They're getting more pleasure as they connect and bond with one another. It makes us happy. This article on the female brain have helped me understand myself better, why I'm under so much stress at one point, or overreact on a single comment. It is just part of our female brain.